Welcome into Minnesota Vikings now, fresh off a very impressive and I'll say shocking win, at least to national media, over the Buffalo Bills. The Vikings overcame all of the adversity to win that football game. Christian Darrisaw, the star breakout left tackle, goes down. Akayleb Evans, the starting corner, starting for the already injured starting corner in Cam Dantzler, also goes down. Some, once again, very questionable officiating, which... I don't think the Bills caught that one pass from Gabe Davis to give him a chance, but I digress. The road game in Buffalo, tough environment with Josh Allen, who was out there. They were down 17 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and thank you again, Josh Allen, for fumbling in your own end zone. But the Vikings earned that win. The haters said they couldn't do it, and yet they did. It is Overreaction Monday here at Minnesota Vikings Now. I am Tom Dan. We got some fun overreactions from fans, media, etc. following the Vikings' very impressive upset win over the Buffalo Bills, proving once again that when you sub for dubs, you tend to see good results there. Kirk Cousins threw 50 passes, 357 yards. Dalvin Cook ran the ball well. Justin Jefferson was off the chain good. I think I'll say it, he's the best receiver in the NFL. Before we get, though, to the overreaction, some injury news. Christian Darrisaw left the game with a concussion. Now, he'll go through the concussion protocol. We'll wait and see if and when he gets cleared in time for a very key game coming up this weekend against the Dallas Cowboys, who just lost to the Packers. That's funny. Darrisaw, meanwhile, that's a big loss. I will say Blake Brandel filled in pretty decently. Big body, 6'7", late round pick back in 2020. But he's not Christian Darrisaw. That's a big concern for Minnesota, where I figure the Cowboys will put Micah Parsons up against in the event Darrisaw can't go. Akayleb Evans also left the game with a concussion, so that led to some Andrew Booth, and he got beat one time pretty badly. That was not a great outcome there. Evans was playing decently, and for the injured Cam Dantzler, corner injuries hitting this team pretty hard. Za'Darius Smith was kind of in and out of the game, a knee contusion. He'll be on the injury report this upcoming week, but we'll have to wait and see how much time he really ends up missing, if any, what that status will be throughout the week. All right, overreactions coming. This is kind of one. Do you think the Vikings are Super Bowl contenders? I say kind of. NFC's wide open. They just beat a team in the Bills that everyone already thought was a Super Bowl contender. They went on the road to do it. I think it's reasonable to say yes, especially in the NFC at minimum. Aren't you the second best team in that conference right now? Right? You're going to run away with the division again this year. Do you think the Vikings are Super Bowl contenders? Y for yes, N for no. It's the pinned comment on today's show. If the ad break comes here on YouTube, then you know the drill. At least you should know the drill, right? Head down there, let the ad play, type in Y for yes, N for no at that pinned comment. Overreaction number one. I guess I kind of spoiled it a little bit earlier. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the NFL. Yes, he is. Humble apologies to Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, etc., Jamar Chase. Justin Jefferson is a freak. The offense is throw it to JJ. He's open somewhere. Literally was the fourth down play. Let Justin Jefferson go make an unbelievable catch. And not only is this catch of the year, it's probably catch of the decade, if not longer. That is an OBJ-esque extension. But there's a defender who's got two hands on the football. And Jefferson, there's no reason Jefferson should make that catch. That's like the David Tyree helmet catch, but it's only his hand involved. It made no sense, defied physics, that Jefferson caught that football. He has been on fire as of late. 133.4 yards in the past 5 games. He's up to 2,100-yard games in his first 3 seasons. That is an NFL record. He has been absolutely out of control. Now, Madden does not do 100 ratings, but maybe they should consider it there. The 99 club. Get Justin Jefferson at least 99 or 100. There are no better receivers in the NFL. I better see 100, 99, 98, etc. But give me your Justin Jefferson Madden-style ratings in the comment section. We tease this one as well. The Vikings are Super Bowl contenders. Yes, they are. Why not, right? The NFC's wide open. Philadelphia has played well. Obviously, not a great showing the last time. the Vikings took on the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, I saw Cowboys come up in a second on the graphic here. Vikings rate one in a big gap, right? You could get the number 1 seed still. You could. You beat the Cowboys this week. Have the Cowboys help you later against Philadelphia. You can get back into that number 1 seed. As of right now, this is the NFC playoff picture. Eagles, Vikings, Seahawks, Bucks, Giants, Cowboys, Niners. Line break there. Other teams on the outside looking in, the Commanders, who suck. The Packers could maybe fight their way to a playoff spot. They're a game and a half back right now against San Francisco. The Falcons are going to collapse down the stretch because they're not a very good football team. NFC's not that good. Seattle, Tampa, Giants, Cowboys, Niners, even the Eagles, all super beatable. And Minnesota is not that far away from clinching the division. And then it becomes, can you get that number 1 overall seed? Can you push and fight and scrap and claw to get that number 1 seed? That would benefit you significantly because it means you're not going to Philadelphia for a playoff game, hypothetically. You're going to Minnesota and not having to play outdoors. And once you get in the dance, anything can happen. Do want to give some praise to some of the top players this past week in terms of top PFF grades. Justin Jefferson, that's, of course, super high. Ezra Cleveland, a big-time bounce-back game. Harrison Phillips, that's a big deal in terms of run stopping. Patrick Peterson, every now and then he turns back the clock. He did it against Arizona, did it again against the Bills. Thanks, Josh Allen. And Christian Darrisaw, before going down, also played super well. Now, today's show is made possible by BetUS. And if you've been smart, you've been betting on Minnesota to win and cover the spread all year long because Vegas does not believe in them. 125% deposit bonus when you use promo code CHAT125 at chatsports.com/bet. Despite the Vikings having 1 loss this year, the Cowboys on the road are the betting favorite. That's pretty damn curious, interesting, confusing to me. Vegas does not believe in Minnesota, so let's go take their money. Head over to BetUS, use chatsports.com/bet as the URL, promo code CHAT125 for a 125% deposit bonus, $100 down minimum. They're going to give you free money. That way, in case the Vikings lose a game or two, that's okay. You'll still take their money by betting on Minnesota. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125. Overreaction number 3, Kirk Cousins is clutch. Yes, he was. Now, there were some bad moments in that game. Those interceptions, Kirko, what are you doing, my guy? But he threw the ball 50 times. Not normally a winning recipe for any NFL quarterback because, well, you want to be running the ball late in the fourth quarter and ice the game, right? 357 through the air, 1 TD. And yes, Kirk Cousins had awful interceptions in the second and third quarter. And that one where he was under pressure, and he just panicked. He's like, oh shit, throw it. And it was right to a defender, a top 5 bad INT you'll see this year. But he played great when it mattered, down the stretch, in the fourth quarter, in overtime, and did enough to get the win. You drop 30 points, you should be winning games on offense, and that's what happened for Kirk Cousins. Now the schedule can get a little bit more challenging. The Cowboys and Patriots, Week 11 and Week 12. That Cowboys game, by the way, really stands out to me because as producer Patrick, our good friend, our Vikings fan here knows, Cowboys have had their number in recent years. But it's a different Vikings team, different Cowboys team. Cooper Rush is not going to play. That makes things better. Primetime Kirk, though, Thursday, night football against the Patriots on Thanksgiving. That is a potential maybe red flag from that standpoint there. That's primetime Kirk there. Jets, Lions, Colts. There's actually no time yet for the Colts game. I would assume it's not a primetime game, but hey, because the Colts are bad. Those are non-primetime games. Can you win the next 2? Cowboys, Patriots. I think the Jets are 6-3, but who believes in the Jets? Exactly. You could easily go 4-1 here on this stretch and put yourself in really great shape and probably have clinched the division by that point. That is it for us today. We'll be back again later throughout the week with more news, rumors, injury updates, and everything else. Make sure you guys are subscribed. YouTube.com/@Vikings Today. Free videos every single day, or almost every single day, when you guys are subscribed. So if you haven't already, hit that red button or the new black and white button. Since YouTube's making some changes on that front, they're kind of changing their interface. Black and white, red button, whichever it is, click it. And make sure those notifications are set to all. That way you don't miss out on anything here at Minnesota Vikings Now. I'm Tom Downey. Big ups to producer Patrick, who did all the stuff to actually make the show happen. Remember to subscribe.